Hey there. If you're like me, you love the idea of having plants around, but maybe you don't get a ton of sunlight in your space, or you live somewhere. The weather changes its mind every other day. Whether it's gloomy outside, you're in a basement apartment, or your windows just don't face the right way, I got you covered. Today, we're talking about 13 weather-friendly houseplants that actually thrive in low light. Yep, no grow lights, no sunny windows needed. These green buddies are tough, low maintenance, and perfect for any season rain, shine, or snowstorm. So grab a drink, get comfy, and let's check out some plants that'll make your home feel alive without the stress. All right, plant number 1 on our list is the Philodendron. This one's a class as if you've ever walked into someone's house and thought, whoa, that's a cool leafy vibe. Chances are they had one of these. It's super forgiving, which is great if you're like me and forget to water things once in a while. You don't need a ton of light, actually. It prefers indirect light, so it's perfect for cloudy days or dim corners. And get this, philodendrons actually adapt pretty well to seasonal changes, so whether it's hot, cold, humid, or dry, they keep on growing. Just give it a spot where it can spread out a bit, maybe a shelf or hanging basket, and it'll do its thing. Plus, those big heart-shaped leaves, they add instant chill vibes to any room. Next up, number 2 is the Chinese Evergreen. Honestly, this one might be the MVP of low-light plants. It's super easygoing and doesn't throw a fit if the weather shifts or the light isn't perfect. I've had mine in a shady corner for months, and it still looks like I actually know what I'm doing. The leaves have this really cool pattern, kind of like they're airbrushed end. They come in different shades of green, silver, and even a little red depending on the variety. What's awesome is it doesn't mind dry indoor heat in winter or humid summer days. It just keeps on being chill. You water it when the top inch of soil feels dry, and that's about it. This one's perfect for folks who want something pretty but don't want to fuss over it every day. All right, plant number 3 is the Chinese money plant, also called Pilea. And yeah, it's the one with those funky round leaves that look like little green coins. People love this plant, not just because it's cute, but because it's surprisingly tough. It does best in bright, indirect light, but it can totally handle low light spots without a problem. I've had mine sitting by a north-facing window all winter, and it's still going strong. It doesn't mind cooler temps, and as long as you let the soil dry out a bit between waterings, it's pretty low maintenance. Plus, it grows these little baby plants or pups around the base, which you can replant or give to a friend. It's like the plant that keeps on giving. Definitely a solid pick for cozy corners or shelves that don't get a ton of sun. Coming in at number 4 is the rubber tree. This one's a bit of a statement plant, and man, it looks good in just about any room. Those big glossy leaves, total showstoppers. What I love about the rubber tree is that it can handle low light better than you'd think, especially the darker varieties, like the burgundy one. It might grow a little slower without bright sun, but it still holds up great, even during those cloudy weeks when the weather can't make up its mind. It likes consistency, so try not to overwater it. Just let the topsoil dry out before giving it a drink. And if it starts getting a little leggy, no worries, just give it a gentle prune and it'll bounce right back. It's tough, stylish, and doesn't ask for much, which is basically everything I want in a houseplant. Number 5 is the ghost plant, and no, it's not haunted, but it does have this really cool silvery look that kind of gives it that name. It's actually a succulent, which surprises a lot of people because it handles less light way better than most succulents out there. I've had mine in a spot that gets just a bit of morning light, and it still keeps that ghostly glow. It's super drought tolerant too, so if you forget to water it for a week or two, it's totally fine. And even when the weather flips from dry heat to rainy and gloomy, this plant doesn't freak out. Just make sure the pot has good drainage and don't let it sit in soggy soil. It's also one of those plants that looks good even when it's a little messy, which is perfect for people like me who aren't exactly perfectionists with their plant care. All right, number 6 is the Ponytail Palm. First off, no, It's not actually a palm. It's more like a super chill desert plant with this wild, curly hair look going on at the top. The cool part is, it stores water in that thick base, so it's pretty much built to survive dry spells and inconsistent weather. Even if it's cloudy for days or your place doesn't get much sunlight, it still manages to hang in there. It prefers bright light, sure, but it'll do just fine in a lower light spot, especially during the colder months. I've got mine in the corner of my office, and it's been rocking the same vibe for a year with barely any attention. Just water it every couple of weeks. Don't let it sit in water, and it'll be happy. Honestly, if you want something that looks cool and basically takes care of itself, this is the one. Plant number 7 is the Mexican Firecracker. Now, this one's a little more under the radar, but trust me, it deserves a spot on the list. It's a type of succulent, yeah, but don't let that fool you. It can handle lower light better than most of its desert cousins. What's cool is the fuzzy leaves and these little bursts of orange-red flowers it puts out when it's feeling good, kind of like it's showing off. I've had mine in a spot that only gets filtered light through curtains, and it still pushes out growth like a champ. It doesn't care much about humidity or sudden temperature drops either, so if your weather's all over the place, it won't skip a beat. Like with most succulents, you want to let the soil dry out completely before watering and make sure the pot drains well. But other than that, it's low fuss, a little flashy, and a fun one to show off when people ask about your plants. Okay, number 8 is the Boston Fern. This one's been around forever, and there's a reason for that. It's got this big, lush, feathery look that makes any space feel more alive, like a mini indoor jungle. What's great is it actually likes cooler temps and can handle low light, especially during fall and winter when the days are short. The one thing it does ask for, though, is humidity. So if your place gets dry from heating in the winter, you might want to mist it now and then, or set it near a humidifier. I've kept mine in a bathroom with a tiny window, and it's been loving the steam from the shower. It's not picky about weather changes, and it even bounces back if it gets a little crispy from missing a watering. As long as you keep it lightly moist and give it a cozy corner, it'll stay full and green without too much fuss. Coming in at number 9 is English Ivy. This one's a total classic, and it's perfect if you like that trailing, viney look. It's super flexible when it comes to lighting, and can handle lower light areas way better than most houseplants. I've had some growing along a bookshelf with just a bit of natural light, and it keeps stretching out like it's on a mission. What's awesome is how well it handles seasonal changes. It doesn't care if it's cooler or a little damp. It just keeps on growing. You'll want to let the top of the soil dry out before watering, but don't let it completely dry out for too long, or it'll get a little cranky. And if it starts getting leggy or wild, you can just trim it back seriously. It bounces back fast. It's also super fun to train along walls, shelves, or even a little trellis if you're feeling fancy. Plant number 10 is the bamboo palmond. If you want a plant that says tropical vibes without the tropical sunlight, this is your guy. It's super tough when it comes to low light and can even handle the cooler temps in the winter, making it a perfect pick for those gray days when the sun's barely out. I've had mine in the corner of my living room, and it's been thriving with just indirect light. It's also pretty forgiving if you forget to water it now and then just let the top couple of inches of soil dry out before giving it a drink. One thing to keep in mind is that it likes a bit of humidity, so if your place gets dry in the winter, a quick mist every now and then will keep it happy. With its sleek, feathery leaves, it's the kind of plant that adds a tropical feel without being a diva about it. Plant number 11 is the peace lily. This one's a fan favorite, and for good reason. First off, it's pretty much the poster child for low-light houseplants. I've had mine tucked away in a dim corner, and it still blooms these gorgeous white flowers, even when the sun's taking a break. The best part? It's a tough little guy. It's not picky about temperature changes or humidity, and it even tells you when it's thirsty by drooping a little. Just give it a drink when that happens, and it'll bounce back. It can handle some neglect, but you do want to keep it moist. Not soggy, but moist. Plus, the peace lily is a natural air purifier, so you're literally getting fresh air and good vibes all in one plant. If you're looking for something that's easy to care for and looks pretty, This one's a solid choice. Plant number 12 is the mass cane, and let me tell you, this one's a total game changer for adding some height to your indoor space without needing tons of light. It's a slow grower, but it doesn't need direct sunlight to thrive, so it's perfect for those low-light corners that need a little extra life. I've had mine in a room with just some indirect light, and it's doing great. This plant's also pretty forgiving when it comes to temperature changes. So, if your place gets a little chilly at night or overheated during the day, it'll still hang in there. Just keep the soil lightly moist. But don't overdo it, these guys like to dry out a bit between waterings. And honestly, it's a super low-maintenance plant that adds this lush, tropical feel without the high-maintenance care. If you're after something tall and green, this is your plant. All right, last but definitely not least, plant number 13 is the ficus. This one's a bit of a classic, and it's perfect if you want a tree-like presence in your home without the need for tons of light. I've had mine in a low-light spot, and while it doesn't grow like crazy, it still keeps that nice, glossy look and adds a little bit of drama to the space. It's pretty hardy when it comes to temperature changes, so whether it's cold or warm in your home, it'll manage just fine. The key with the ficus is not to overwater it just. Wait until the soil's dry to the touch before giving it a drink. A little bit of patience and a regular watering schedule, and you're good to go. It's got that bold, tree-like vibe that really adds to a room, and once it gets comfy, it's pretty low maintenance. All right, that's it for today's list of weather-friendly, low-light houseplants. If you're looking to bring some greenery into your home without worrying about tons of sunlight, any of these would be a great pick. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this helpful and subscribe for more plant tips. Drop a comment below with your favorite low-light plant, and I'll catch you in the next one.